Hello, everybody. How you doing? Um, yeah. Oh, I forgot I had a whole screen on. So, um, fluid line. So they're going to test out these fluid lines and see how good they are. Like, for one thing, I will say, Nevans and Pugs, you guys have created some interesting flavors. Nothing
Uh,
basic. And Cassie lost her video already. We're off to a great start.
like it froze. I can't start my video.
What a way to start off. But we are going to go over them. She's got
I'm
four
gonna
of
have to
them.
come back in.
All right. She's got four of them. I've got five of them in here, and then we're going to switch once we're through these. So, yeah. Thought Pugs would enjoy this. You can look at two ways. This is double the sweetener because it's Pugs, or one's Pugs and one's is Nevans. So there. But, of course, I had to mess with them a little bit with an AI program. Just have to. Not nervous in the slightest. You know, I'm nervous, uh, Pugs. I'm actually nervous because these profiles are by far, some of them, not your typical profiles for a commercial line. So I'm really curious at how they're going to turn out. Yeah, I thought you'd like them. So as soon as she can come back in here, we'll get started. And Evans, don't worry, Nevins. We already planned it all. Everything is Pug's fault. We already know. I've already heard enough of the fact that they're considered too sweet. Now I can think of is, yeah, too sweet. That means that Pugs is Pugs is to blame. I mean, we know he's got the sweet tooth. We know that. So maybe she'll be back. See, that's kind of weird that she's gone. Hey, Graham. Speaking of, you can get these over at Vape Gems. I know they're available over there, unless he's sold out again. Which, by the way, is up for an award. So if you give them online retailer, you can actually vote for them over at the awards, the eSig awards. Graham, you can drop that link if you want. Oh boy, we have been sitting up and ready for an hour for this, and then last second she goes off screen, comes on, and it already screws up. Oh, I had a feeling. I had a feeling. It just felt like one of those days. Mrs. Pugs are mistress. Yeah, well, Nevins is his mistress. Let's be honest. Pugs can tell the truth. They can be honest. I mean, there's a reason why we've seen Nevins lingerie on screen. So spent all my pocket money on him. Good. Got plenty of them. That's good, Graham. I'm looking forward to quite a few of these, mostly for interest alone, but there's like two or three that I'm almost sure are going to be solid and up my alley. And then there's like two or three that I'm not sure of how they'll be up my alley, but I'm really, really curious about. I gotta say, I think it could have been either one of them. Whoever it was came up with these creative ideas for these flavors. I'm pretty damn impressed with your thinking outside the box for a retail thing. I can't believe he did it. Hey, Scott. Who do we got here anyway? Oh, we're waiting. Christopher Earl. Hey, Christopher. Nikki Menard or Maynard. Now I know my uncle calls himself Maynard, but I know I've heard people call it Menard, so you just let me know which one. Steampugs, Nevins, Net Reality, Kerplop, and Scoutwood. Yeah. And maybe someday we'll actually get a Lady Liberty back in here. If not, I guess I'm going to be doing this solo. We'll give her a minute or two to see if she can get back in here. Yeah, I worked hard on this, Pugs. I wanted something you could relate to for a background image, and I just wanted to make it good. I know what I'm going to be starting off with. I'm going to start off with, oh, there she comes. The tea and biscuits is what I'm going to be starting with. I'm actually really looking forward to that because I like that idea of that profile. And we see her. Look at that.
Okay, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, no, Zoom went just completely nuts right after he started. We've been sitting in here for an hour. This is ridiculous.
We've had 3 days of Zoom causing issues, and it has been Zoom. The update for Zoom messed up a lot of things. It keeps on screwing up. I've even re-downloaded the client and it's still having issues on my computer. So, now what are you going to go over first, hon?
I am going to go over the impeachment first. Now that's not showing up either. That's
You got to
awesome.
hold your hand behind it. I'm going to be testing it on the Hadley first, and I also have the Blaze Solo wicked up for a couple of the liquids I know will screw up the other profiles. There's two in particular, that maybe three, that I don't really trust not to really screw up the line of these. And then I have a couple others on and waiting if need be. For starters, let me shake this up a little bit better too. It smells good. I definitely smell like a biscuit, like cookie, like a butter cookie. Ooh.
There's some serious peach going on in this from the smells of it.
There's some interesting spice going on in this by the knuckle of it.
Spice. Oh no.
I'm thinking speculoos biscuit is what I'm thinking they went for. That's what that tastes like to me. And I do not hate it. I'll tell you that off the shake. I do not hate it. I'll wake it up. Try not to burn the dry cotton. Last little bit, and then I'm going to try this out. This smells good. It's definitely a little more spice than I expected, but it's like that nice, delightful spice. There's tea there. Wow, this is surprisingly much more tea than I thought, especially after hearing Wayne talk about it. I really thought there'd be less tea. The tea is there.
Wow.
Kind of like a breakfast tea or a dark tea of some sort. Getting a touch of lemon in there too. Okay. I was worried that she's going to love this and not let me have this one. I'm not so worried anymore. I think this might actually be something I could get down with really good.
That hurt.
This is not your plain old butter biscuit, like butter biscuit or butter cookie flavor. This is definitely more like a speculoos. It's got a little bit of spice in there, but what goes really well with that like tea. So I'm trying to discern the tea. I get what Wayne was saying about trying to pull apart what kind of tea it is, because that spice kind of throws you off a little. Somewhere between a breakfast and a dark tea. But I'm not sure if I'm getting a breakfast tea from the spices or if it actually is just a dark tea. But I get a little touch of lemon in there. All right. I would say that's interestingly good. Never had one quite like it. Not a blend like that. Like, you get everything there. Everything's in it. And what are your thoughts and yours?
I don't know if there's the mint or if they put a cooling agent in this, but I can't hit it again because it's making me cough so bad. But I get the peach, I get a little bit of lemonade, not a lot of lemonade, but a little bit. Definitely can taste the mint. If I was into like cooling and peach, I might enjoy this, but they're not. I can't do cooling at all.
No.
I can't really do mints at all because they hurt my throat.
That's Steampugs. That's definitely 100% a her thing with cooling. This has got a cooling sensation to it, kind of too, almost. But I think it's just spices. It's weird because you get the inhale and you like feel like it's going to be this slightly spicy, buttery biscuit, but then it doesn't quite fully form. And then even more on the exhale, you notice why it doesn't do that is because the tea is there taking up a block of it. But it's like on the exhale, you really confirm it. It's on the inhale, you're almost expecting it to just finish off. And then it never really does because it has that tea. Which gives you a kind of unique vape experience. So you get it like every single pull, it messes with my senses. But not in a bad way. I really, okay, tea and biscuits definitely something I could get down with for sure. I mean, I know I have a weird sense of profile too, but hey, that's what we're shooting for here, something unique. And these are very unique flavorings. Let me know when you clear off your wick, because I have a feeling you
I
can't vape it.
I have another Addy all set to go, so I drip the next one on that.
Okay.
Smells good.
Yeah, I'm gonna use the other Addy too, as a matter of fact, because for the lemon yuzu pie is next. Because that I don't want to mess it up with all the spices and try and taste those on it.
And then I've got the old boy.
That's the RY4
Yes.
Cherry Bakewell RY4. Very, very ambitious to go after those two profiles in the same thing. I gotta say, that surprised me. You guys went after that. If you pulled it off, props to you.
Yeah, pugs, but I
Ooh.
did tell Tim I would try them all, so I'm going to try them all because I don't really like mango or RY4 or peach, but I'm gonna do it anyway.
Getting a nice citrus scent off this. Kind of smooth citrus scent. Ooh. Okay, I'm really curious on this one. This one's not quite what I expected. And I'm not saying that's a bad thing. I actually like pleasant surprises. Let's face it, everybody does some kind of lemon pie, usually at some point in time during their lines. This is not your everyday lemon pie, of course. Which tells me Nevans had a lot to do with this one. Sure, but
You look like you're thinking awfully hard there, sir.
there's a note in here I can't quite nail down how to describe it other than say it's kind of like
Oh, yeah.
a fleshy, zesty, kind of darker than a lemon note in here for sure. It must be the yuzu. Kind of reminds me of almost like sort of Flavora Black Bar bitters, but not quite, and a little bit more fleshy and juicy. But there's also
All right.
there's other lemon flavor in there working with it, which makes it even more interesting. And I hate to do it, but I almost trying to break this one down because I'm trying to figure out what I'm tasting exactly. 100% some type of interesting citrus. I'd agree with Wayne on the fact there's not a lot of pie present, but that's good because that's not what should shine here. In a weird sort of way, it does give you that almost lemon meringue pie feel without the meringue.
See, that's one of the ones I'm looking forward to trying.
I say weird because it's not quite your typical, like the way it's the curd is. I can taste that curd, but it's not like your ordinary curd. It's like richer with the citrus. Damn, that's unique. What did you put in here, Nevans and Bugs?
Well, they're not going to tell you. Jeez.
I know. Now I'm really curious because I'm trying to figure out how you pulled that. It's different, but yet it does pull off the profile. Man, Essence really got me stumped. Magic. Yeah, Pugs, you did. You pulled off something magical here. This is 2 in a row that I could definitely vape. Possibly all day vape. Definitely
Too
vape
bad if I
for a
like that when
while.
you're not getting it back.
I'm pretty sure I'll get tea and biscuits back. It's got too much spice in it for you. This one,
Ah,
this one I might
these
lose.
spices.
This one I might lose.
Right, you want me to talk about this one now, or are you
Oh,
still
go ahead.
going?
Go ahead. I'll actually got one more thing I'll talk about afterwards on this.
All right, so this old boy is Cherry Bakewell and RY4. We know how Cassie feels about RY4 tobaccos, but surprise, I actually don't mind this one. It's not super tobacco forward. It's nice and nutty, and I definitely get like a bakery vibe out of it. It's not bad. I don't know if I could vape through the whole bottle, but I could vape. I could vape it.
You guys don't understand how impressive that is. You have several profiles in there. She doesn't, 2 profiles that she doesn't really agree with 100% on it either way. And then she
Yeah,
like, yeah.
but this is actually pretty tasty.
You know what I like about this? It has a touch of the bright lemon, but it's so more on the curd side than the lemon side that it's actually more of an ADV possibility for those who get, after a while you get that lemon just gets overpowering and you just kind of need a break. This might be such a little amount of that bright lemon that you get right up front that you could actually ADV this without having to take a break constantly. I've had that problem with a lot of lemon desserts, including my own. I think you guys toned it down enough, but you toned it down and still made it citrus. Like really fleshy citrus. There's a lot of flesh in there.
Trying to decide. I think it's hazelnut that I'm tasting the nuttiness. Maybe almond, but it tastes more like hazelnut.
Are you getting any of the cherry?
Not really.
Good.
Like maybe a back note, like maybe it's a cherry pipe tobacco or something in there for the cherry. But the cherry's not forward, so it's not making it medicinal.
That I told you
Almond
before,
flavoring.
that was the thing I was almond. Okay, that's what I was worried about. Like they use the almond as a cherry, or if they did a subtle cherry, one thing. But if you guys push the cherry too much, then it's not just as even if we didn't taste it individually, that's a possibility for anyone when you're doing a commercial line is someone tasting that cherry and it being off. So having a subtle cherry is a really smart move.
Nothing like getting an ad in the middle of a show.
Oh, did I do a stupid thing again? I love
Mhm.
YouTube. All right. So what do you got next?
Next I'm gonna do the Mango and Co. So it is coconut ice cream and mango syrup. Again, we all know that Cassie hates mangoes,
Hold it in front of
but
your face. It'll.
I'm trying to get it to work, okay?
There you go.
Whatever, there, that's good enough.
And I'm going to do the jam roly poly mama jama. It's going to be the next one. See that mango and ice cream, coconut ice cream could be really good or it could be really bad. I hope you did a good job on it. A dark, that's what I thought you would do, Nevins. Yep, dark and sticky, so it's not that bright. That's medicinal cherry.
I
Oh,
mean, I can smell the mango and the coconut. It doesn't smell like it's overwhelmingly mango, so hopefully.
Yeah, she's burned out on mango. I was for a long time, but I'm getting back. I still can't really handle Cap sweet mango because that was in one of our ADV juices, and we overdid it. We just vaped too much of it, pure and simple. It's not as a bad flavor either. Just we did too much. All right, so this Mama Jama or Mama Jama, I'm not sure which way you guys pronounced it, is different. Well, that is quite different than expected. Think it's the bakery mixed with it that does it. This is definitely more like a homemade jammy vibe for the jam part of it. This is not store bought jam from US, that's for sure. That bakery's got like a yeasty note to it. And I think that just is accented by the jam. I've never had a roly poly, so I don't know exactly what they're supposed to taste like. That's uniquely different.
Well, you guys got me with two of the flavors that I thought that I was gonna hate more than anything because I don't like mangoes or RO4s, but I don't mind either of these. This is like a nice, rich, creamy coconut ice cream, and I get like a almost a green note, like it has like fresh coconut flakes in it, like unsweetened. But I'm not getting like a ton of mango. So it's not bad.
Oh,
I could vape this one too.
it's suet pastry. Okay, okay, that makes sense. That's what it is. That pastry note's just different than what I'm used to. But I get that mouthfeel of the jam. That's the weird part. You almost feel like you ate a spoonful of jam because your mouth feels coated afterwards. I like that. They did good with that. Not what you'd expect for, everybody does some kind of jammy bakery. This is different. Okay, 3 for 3 are unique flavors, that's for sure. Guys, I'm glad you didn't go plain on Jane. Hey, Adam, Scott, and hey, Christopher. I'm glad you guys didn't go generic. And I feel like I need to try that pastry for real now. I have to look up a recipe. Should be able to make some. Mm. The weird part is that the jam part, I can't. It almost feels like it's a red berry of some sort, but I can't place it as a strawberry. It's weird.
Fogging out my camera.
I think it's just because the pastry's so there and present. Very unique pastry. Very, very unique pastry. All right, let's clean off this one. And the next one I'm going to be doing is the blue raspberry cream soda for Cobalt, which, by the way, I'm going to be trying this later in. Someone had recommended in the fluid group to tie that in the burrow tank, so I'm going to try that later in there.
And my last one from this set before I go switch our bottles is the Onyx, which is a dark gummy bear with aniseed and menthol.
We'll pretense this with the fact that she's very scared of that flavor.
I am very scared of that flavor because of the menthol. Like, I might try it on the back of my hand, and if it's too much menthol, maybe not put it on my dripper so I don't cough my full head off again.
I feel off the knuckle. I'd say this is one of the ones that Pugs had his hand in sweetening. This tastes like double the sweetener. Definitely. But then again, if you're having a cream soda, a lot of times they are sweet, quite sweet. So it's not weird. What the?
Oh yeah, I'm not gonna drip this because that's a lot of menthol there.
Fair enough. I think, yeah, this isn't your typical, like, this isn't blue raz as in the fake flavor. This tastes like it's blueberry and raspberry mixed.
All right, Nevins, I'll take your word for it, but if I start coughing my full heads off, it's
We,
your fault.
we all get to laugh. Um, there's a creaminess to that.
Why do I feel like he's just trying to hurt me?
Probably is. You know how runnings you have all those weird sodas, and I've tried a few of the weird cream sodas they have there, the homemade like almost style ones. This tastes like a homebrew cream soda of some sort, like blueberry raspberry combo, and like a really nice, fully ripe raspberry with just a tinge of floral there. And it kind of sits almost right on top of that blueberry, so the blueberry could almost be a huckleberry for all we can tell, because you get more of the texture from it than even the flavor. You get just a touch of flavor. It sits strangely on with the cream. I mean, it get like a cream soda vibe, but not my typical cream soda vibe. Like somehow you made it more natural. This really feels like something you'd pick up like somebody's interestingly homemade brew cream soda at a farmer's market.
All right, so the gummy aspect of this is really good. It's a really like nice dark berry, almost like it has a touch of grape in it, gummy. But that aniseed and that menthol kind of just give it that little kick backwards, I guess. Like I get almost a licoricey note, but not quite. I don't know. I think it would be better without the aniseed, guys. But I mean, it's not bad. The gummy of it, part of it's really good. But props for going out of the, you know, norm.
Yeah, I would not say any of these are boring. Anybody looking for a unique profile, none of these have let down me down in the least bit for being unique, and yet still really good. Like you might really like the raspberry in this one, hon. This reminds me of like Addie's Toonies versions of blue raspberry. Or mixes of blueberry and raspberry, but
Okay,
richer, richer.
just let me know when you get that dried off so you can
Yep.
drip your last one and I'll come switch the bottles.
Yeah. So the last one I'm going to be doing is the pineapple upside down cake. Grenadier. Yeah, I just got. I'm going to do that on the other one because I don't think I'm going to be able to get rid of that cobalt quick enough.
I figured Nevins. It's gonna be weird to us on this side of the pond, though.
Not as weird for me because I do test a lot of these UK style liquids and flavors more often. But yeah, it would be different over here. Regional stuff does make a difference. Like I'm getting more and
Yeah.
more used to florals because of that.
Right. I will return momentarily. I'm gonna go switch the bottles. Hopefully, me doing that doesn't crash my Zoom again.
Yeah, that was weird. Off the knuckle, I'm not getting that super scary cherry flavor forward. That's the only thing that worried me. It's cherries scare me because you can destroy a mix with them. Grab the other two, and I'll be done with this in just a minute. Trying to discern this pineapple in this. It's a bright, really tangy pineapple. In fact, I'm pretty sure I know which one, but I won't go into that. Or maybe two.
All right, well, hurry up because I got to re-wick that Addy too. So.
Getting a little bit of that glaze. You needed that. I don't know if anyone's ever cooked upside down cakes before, but you can actually get this flavor out of a pineapple cake. There's two different ways to do it. You can get the real nice, sweet golden pineapples, or you can get the pineapples that's got a little bit of a tartness left to them, and this is like more the tart side, but still, you still taste cooked. Thinking maybe that's a little cherry at the very end, but I'm not 100% sure. If the cherry's there, it's very, very faint. Something at the end, and I think that's the cherry. Don't taste as much as you get the lingering on your tongue, but that's a tangy pineapple. Yeah, exactly, Nikki. If you're looking for like a tart upside down pineapple, I don't think anyone's got one like this. Usually everybody goes for that super sweetened version. It's almost candied. This is not that. This is a nice bright tart. There we go. We lost her.
There. Oh my God, I was gonna like say not again.
Again, a profile that's commonly done, but it's not the same. You don't get a ton of the bakery element there, but you do get that glaze feeling. You get the like. Let's be honest. If you're having a piece of upside down pineapple cake, it's mostly that bottom glaze that you taste, and you want a piece of in every bite, and that's what you're getting here. But there's a little touch of bakery aspect to it. It's there. It's not missing. It's just not the star. I like the
All
take
right.
on this. This is different. This is not your typical upside down cake.
All right. I'm gonna start with the Yorkshire sipper. Do a little tea and biscuits here. Whatever.
Let's see what's I am actually gonna go with the cherry Bakewell RY4 Old Boy next. Let's see how this is. You know, between you and Wayne, you both have me kind of less nervous about this. Oh, I don't
All
get a
right.
ton of
So
cherry
this
spoon.
one is giving me major sugar lips.
Mm-hmm.
That biscuit is very sweet with like I get almost like a green herbal tea with a touch of lemon in it. I don't know if you're getting this one back.
definitely got yeah, that touch of lemon's there. It kind of fits in the middle. You kind of taste it in the middle.
Yeah, like a citrusy green tea. I think so. That Lipton citrus green iced tea mix we had, it tastes a lot like that.
Yeah, because that wasn't a real bright citrus green tea. It's that darker.
Mm-mm.
Yeah. Yeah, that could. You know what? This cherry Bakewell RI4 is quite pleasant. I'm definitely getting almond out of this.
All right. Mamma jamma. I can't see if you can see it or not, so I'm gonna hope.
Nope, you gotta hold it more in front of your face.
It was directly in front of my
No,
face.
to the side that you have your hand out. There you go. Yep. Now
There we go. I'm not used to having a camera that actually will show my stuff, okay?
this one here, this cherry Bakewell RI4. It's not a lot of dirtiness from the tobacco. It's like a fairly clean RY4 flavor. Getting more of the caramel out of that than anything. And not a super dark caramel, like a kind of smooth caramel. And it's going really well with like
But almost
almond,
not.
going really well with that almond flavor. There's a little bit of bakery there. That's pretty impressive balancing right there, actually, is what it is. That's impressively balanced. Nothing there that's missing. It's all there. With the exception of if you want a dirty RY4, it's not a dirty one. I don't get very much dirty tobacco flavor out of this. Maybe a tinge, but if it is, it kind of blends with the bakery. That's pretty impressive, guys. I don't know how you balance that one out. That must have taken some work. Well balanced. Get more of a cherry flavor, like from an almond cherry. Like if you added a little compote in there, I could see that because there's like this slightly jammy sensation left over. You can kind of feel it almost more than taste it at the very end. I can taste it more now than I did when I was vaping it. Well balanced, guys. That's impressive.
This is pretty spot on for the strawberry jam. It's nice, fresh strawberry, homemade jam. I don't get a lot of the bakery note. I got a touch on the back end, but yeah, I mean, it's not bad.
See the
The
difference in our
strawberry.
palates? You taste strawberries better than I do. I think I've tested so
Well,
many, I'm starting to get slightly strawberry mute.
it's a flavor that I'm not particularly fond of, so I like taste it extra too.
Hmm.
But this isn't a bad strawberry.
Hmm. I just don't get as much strawberry as I get like pink or red fruit of some sort. But then
Oh no,
again,
I taste strawberry, like
I
straight up strawberry.
I've single flavor tested 100 strawberries in the past year, so it kind of gets overwhelming to my palate. I am going to vape the Mango and Co. coconut ice cream with mango syrup. That's next.
I think you're gonna like that one. It's really nice.
I think I have hopes of this because I even looking at it when I first saw you guys' line, I was thinking coconut and mango together with an ice cream. That sounds like it could, if you do it right. Oh, I could go down some real stuff with that too.
All right, and I am trying the cobalt.
Oh, a little different than I expected. Not in a bad way, but different.
All right, I don't see where you got a blueberry and a raspberry out of this because I get a creamy blue raz, like an actual blue raz, like candy.
It's
Like
separated
it
for me in my
tastes
mouth.
so sweet, it tastes candied.
Really?
Mhm.
I don't get that.
It tastes like you took a mouthful of cream and popped a Blue Raz Jolly Rancher.
I know what mango you used in this.
I mean, I don't hate it. It doesn't actually taste like cream soda. It tastes like cream with Blue Raz. So
I'm not disappointed in any of them. This is different too. It's like a little bit more on the mango side, but it's like not just your plain old ordinary bland mango. It's not sweet mango by Cap or anything like that. It's got a little bite to it, the mango. I kind of like that. I didn't
yeah,
think
I've been
I didn't think I would like that in with an ice cream, but I do. Proved my own taste buds wrong, guys. Good job.
I echoed him. Yeah, he did. Um, I've been pleasantly surprised. There were a few of these that I was downright scared to taste because I know my taste buds with those flavor profiles, but none of them have been horrible.
No,
I mean, except for maybe that peach lemonade with the mint that
that's my
blew the
next
back of
one.
my throat out and made me cough like a crazy person. The
Just so
flavor wasn't bad. It was just
she's talking about the impeachment, which is the peach lemonade with garden mint. That's next. Yeah,
and I'm gonna go
this
with the
one's Pugs.
Grenadier, the pineapple upside down cake.
This one's Nevans. Pugs and Nevans. I named them. Not in correlation to any other certain Pugs or Nevans we know. Not at all. I dry this off. Yeah. There we go. It's kind of a dry hit, so I know it's okay. So that's impeachment. Okay. Woo!
Mm.
Off the knuckle. That's strong. that's, whew, that's potent. That might go good in a pod or a MTL device for sure. That's got some potency. I agree. Not a lot of lemonade there. Not it's definitely much more peach forward and mint forward. Like a peach
No, it's
mint.
much more mint forward.
I'm getting a peach there too. It's like the dirt,
Yeah, I
dirt.
could taste the
You
peach.
get
Yeah.
the dirty fleshiness of the peach, and a very strong garden mint.
Did you intentionally name the taller one Nevans? I thought you named the shorter one Nevans. He just points. He changes every time anyway.
No, Pug's always the right. Nevins is left
Ah,
because it's much easier to blame the right than the left. I told you,
So this is
anything's
a
wrong, that's his
really
fault.
this is a really nice pineapple upside down cake. I get the glaze. I get like nice crisp pineapple like you're supposed to with that brown sugariness. I'm not tasting cherry. Like I heard that you guys might have used a cherry, but I'm not finding it.
It's a really much brighter pineapple than I expected, but in a pleasant way. And vape juice, especially, that turned out really nice. This is
The cake
really
part is nice and creamy, gives a good mouthfeel. Yeah, you're not getting this one back either.
impeachment. Probably will go on my pod. I think that this one here would be a really nice pod liquid for me because, like the cooling effect it has from that mint.
Yeah, and you like those mints and that coolant in pods.
Yep, I do.
It makes me cough.
Now getting a full peach, almost to all the way to the right to the edge of the pit flavor. And then I'm getting this. The mint's just there. It's just there's no denying there's mint there. But actually, the more you vape of it, the more you after a few vapes, you start to the mint calms down a little bit for you, and you start to taste more of that peach.
Thank you, Echo Dub. He did a couple of game streams and listened back to him so he could tune it in and get it dialed in just right last night.
Well, plus I also have a Rode mic now compared to a week ago. She's got my
Yeah, I have the one he had.
yeah, she's got the Blue Yeti, which is still an improvement over the tin can. So
But it's not as cute.
okay, I'm doing Onyx last because I was purposely saving that one for last because I know that that's probably from what I judged by what it said and what I've heard, this is probably the most potent of all of them. Whew,
And
smell
I
it.
saved the Luzu 3.142 for last because I have a feeling that this is going to be like all up in my jam.
Yeah, I'm gonna hate you for that because you're gonna steal that one. At least some of it. Before I
Well,
step
I've
back.
already got 3 you're not getting back, so I mean,
Okay, off the knuckle, that's promising. Thank you, Ekadub.
thank you. Just trying to dry off this wick.
I'm not disappointed here at all. This definitely comes from the minds of some mixaholics. No question about it. They're not boring flavors in any way, shape, or form. Ooh, that does have a little bite to it. That might take a second to get used to. Ooh.
Which one? Oh, the
Onyx.
Onyx, yeah. Do
That
you see what
kind
I'm talking
of
about with
that
that
kind of
aniseed note?
it took my breath away at first. I wasn't expecting it to be. It didn't. Out the knuckle, it wasn't that strong. Ooh.
At least that one didn't kill me.
I'm getting
Well,
everything it says it's in there. Yeah, everything's in there. You're definitely getting a dark gummy bear or gummy, dark berry gummy. There's definitely a little menthol at the end and in there, and aniseed. I'm getting that's primary for me. Well, between that and it's kind of blended really well with the gummy bear. This is a weird profile.
but that gummy in it, like I would like just that gummy by itself.
It's culata first. Culata, then the gummy, and I'm getting that aniseed. And that's what's left in my mouth afterwards. I just taste the aniseed. Mm. It's actually kind of pleasant. Like after you're done vaping, it's like a pleasant taste and mouthfeel. Like it coats your mouth.
All right. I just want to say, you see this bottle here, Tim?
No, you're not holding it to
If
the
it would
camera.
work,
Hold it to the camera. Other way. Other way. The left and right, you're not good at. Yes. See the bottle.
say goodbye. I just dropped my mod. It's just like super good lemon curd. I do get a little bit of a bakery note, like a crust, but that lemon curd, it's like bright lemon, velvety cut, like curd. This is
I,
the kind of lemon I like in my lemon meringue pie.
you definitely get that. Yeah, the proper lemon curd for a meringue pie. It's actually is nice, but it's also different. It's unique too. It's got that brightness, but then it's almost a little extra dark, almost and fleshy. I kind of like it though, quite a bit. This Onyx is something. The one thing about Onyx I can say is if you're vaping that, I won't be able to vape that around flavor testing. I have a feeling I wouldn't be able to taste hardly anything else. That's my only complaint because it's definitely a very powerful flavor. But man, I like it. Okay, I thought there was a few of these I was actually gonna hate. Or at least dislike. I can't say that. Damn it, I can't pick on pugs. I didn't even find any of them super sweet. Maybe sweet for compared to DIY liquid, but nothing like to the point where I can say, oh, this is outrageously sweet even for commercial.
The
No.
only one that I got like sugar lip feeling from was that Yorkshire sipper, the tea and biscuits.
Yep.
A little bit with the cobalt, but not as bad. But I don't see where they're overly sweet, like Wayne was saying. They're commercial level sweet.
I don't know how you did these ones, guys. I don't know who. What I'm more curious of, and I'll have to talk to you in private about it, is where the inspiration for these flavors came from. Because there are some. This is not normal, like commercial line thinking. That's for sure. This is definitely DIY side, but
You know what, Pugs?
made well.
That is big progress. You guys made an RY4 and a liquid with mango that I didn't hate. That I could actually vape a little bit more if I wanted to.
That cherry Bakewell RY4 is not what I expected in a good way. It's got everything it has supposed to be in there, but it's just not overpowering, but balanced really well. Super good
But
balancing.
let me tell you, this Luzu, this is my favorite out of the whole line. Like, Tim's not getting any of this one back.
Trying to
And then
think.
next is this pineapple upside down cake, and he's not getting any of this one back. And if he tries to come in and take him off my desk, I'll bite him.
All right. So we'll get out of here for now because I do have a stream coming up for Valentine's Day mixes in 2 hours on the same stream. We're gonna. It's a generic one. Make whatever you want. I'm actually gonna make like a cake. I'll let you know ahead of time. Making a cake for Valentine's Day, cake flavor.
I'm making a custard, and he doesn't mean the same stream. He means the same channel. We're not just going to keep
Oh,
this going.
oh yeah. We're not.
Dork.
Oh, I'm sorry. I tried,
No,
guys. I
because you're
tried.
going to want to eat something in between, and
Yeah.
I got to cook.
All right. Very, very good line. None of this is gonna go to waste. I can't. I thought there'd be at least one bottle we'd both agree on. It's gonna just sit there. It's not going. You guys did good. Very good job.
Yeah, I mean, I'll save you some of the Yorkshire Sipper and the Cobalt, but I want to vape those a little bit more. The Mama Jamba is good, but I'm not really a big strawberry person, so I'll bring that one back out to you. But those two that I said, you're not getting those back. So don't even try.
Single flavor mix. No problem, in reality, Graham. By the way, you can get these over at Vape Gems and vote for Vape Gems on the awards. I forget what the name of the awards are. I don't have it up right here right now, but new PC switched over. Yeah, go give him a vote over there and see if you can get him a little recognition for all the work he's done, especially promoting like things like this. So it's a DIY / commercial line versus not mainstream commercial lines only like everybody else. I really love that. And I think that you guys really have something here. I hope it keeps on going well for you. Love you guys. And yeah, we're gonna go out. We have Nevans and Pugs here. I'll let you guys go out with just Pugs. All right. Love you guys. Bye.